We will begin in about 10 minutes. See you then. Hello everyone, how are we all doing? I've just realised as we played that, I've been undergoing a rebranding exercise this week, and I've just played an ident with my with Retro Man Cave on it. What a great start. Should we have some music? There we go. How are we all doing? Spitfire, Laura, Merkster, Chris, my learned friend, Jorg, Richard, Pillock, Castado I saw there somewhere, Vincent, hello everyone, Jake, hello Alan, it's great to see you all. Thank you for joining us. Yes, oh, you can see the Brewdog, can you? That should, there we go, take that away. It is the non-alcoholic one, because I got to drive home, so I'll drink as much as I like, thank you very much. So, I hope you're all doing well. This is our monthly stream. I'm getting quite used to this now. This must be the third or fourth monthly stream that we've done now. It's getting a nice format. But if you're new here, the format is basically videos submitted by the official Cave Dwellers, the patrons, on the topic this month of puzzle games. We have a different topic every month. We've got unboxings. I've got a huge stack of boxes donated and also stuff that I bought this month. I figure instead of filming an unboxing, it's nice to do it live, and you can get my live reaction as I open stuff, or stuff that you've sent in, or open stuff that I forgot that I actually ordered. Mark Central, thank you very much for the $20. Very kind of you. I think that's Canadian dollars. So yeah, we've got unboxings to do, and then we'll go through a little bit of magazine reading. I've got I won't spoil it for you. I've got a fun magazine to go through today, and just a general chat and hangout. If that's good with you, there are two boxes that came. One that has live stream scribbled on it, and one that's from Moonpig. So I think we should probably. Oh, it's American dollars, is it? Okay. I think we should probably open those boxes, and then we'll come back to the videos, and then we'll go to the other unboxings as well. We'll also go over what's happened in the cave this month. And I want to give a very special shout out, because I don't normally do this on the live stream, but I want to give a really big thank you to sponsors. MonsterJoysticks.com. If you haven't already got yourself a Monster Mini, that's mine. Or their big stick that you put the pie inside. Do check them out on MonsterJoysticks.com. We'll just bring the website up here very quickly. And I just want to give them a shout out, not just because they're a sponsor, but because they're such a good sponsor. They've been so dedicated and loyal to the channel from when I was a very small size all the way up to where we are now. To the point, okay, I probably shouldn't tell you this, but to the point where they contacted me last week and said, look, Neil, you really should be charging us more. You don't expect that from a sponsor. So they're just such nice people, Ian over at Monster Joysticks. So they do everything from the full-on 6-button or 8-button, in fact, stick that you put the pie inside, or a mister, or whatever else you want to put in there. The lovely acrylic sticks, or they do a wooden one, which you can stain if you want to make it look a different colour, or the see-through ones, all the way down to, where's the other ones? Oh, there's a really good review, actually. Don't take my word for it. This is Todd's Nerd Cave. And also Kim Justice has done a review. There's lots of good reviews out there. But they also do the Monster Joystick Mini, which is the 2-button stick, as well as adapters for Mega Drives. What else do they do? There's even an adapter for the BBC Micro, the PC Engine. So if you need a stick, check them out. A Casus Motive, £5. Love the channel, mate. Thank you very much. That's really kind of you. So Monster Joysticks, and of course, I can't mention Monster Joysticks without mentioning One Click Print. So if you need any printing, in fact, if we go back to the start, they cover America, England, Ireland, that's Australia, isn't it? That is Australia. Canada, the EU, Germany. Why is Germany not in the EU? Something they haven't told us. And France as well. Basically everywhere. They cover everywhere. Ben Rattigan, £5 for an alcoholic beverage. Happy birthday. Thank you very much, Ben. Very kind of you. And I will have one tomorrow. It's my birthday tomorrow. Route 42, €5.49. Thank you. Oh, you've been very generous tonight. Thank you, everyone. And I promise I will spend it on birthday treats. So yeah, everything from canvases to photo books to greeting cards. oneclickprint.com or munsterjoysticks.com. I don't normally do that. I just wanted to give them a special shout out. So thank you for listening. Okay, we are going to shoot over to the other desk to unbox those 2 boxes that I told you about. Has Gary got anything to tell us? Gary came to visit me today, actually, for a socially distanced pizza. What have you got to say, Gary? Anything? I've got to flick the missile switch.
Unfortunately, it's in Japanese.
It's in Japanese, he says. Thank you, Gary. And also a special shout out to Andrew, who sent me a present today. It's a signed photograph of Jeff Capes holding his budgies. So, thanks very much, Andrew. If you don't know who Jeff Capes was, he was Britain's strongest man in the 80s. I don't know if he was ever the world's strongest man. Did he ever win the competition? Castardi, you seem to know. Oh, hey, Gary. Was Jeff Capes the world's strongest man or just Britain's strongest man? No, budgies aren't very heavy. Thank you, Russell. He was, says Reese. Cool. Right. Let me take you over to the other desk. I'll switch over to the other mic with me. By the way, is the music okay? Not too loud? Matthew Mowers, $5. Happy birthday. Oh, happy birthday to you for last week, Matthew. Woody, thank you, Woody, and Lee Smith. Another great YouTube channel. 2 great YouTube channels, actually. C64 Woody and Lee Smith's Workshop. Well worth a follow. And thank you very much. And yes, he did win, says Lee Smith. Lee was beaten into second place, as I remember, by Jeff Capes. Music's fine. Right, let's switch over to the other desk. Oh, I should bring the chat with me. Shouldn't I? Okay, I've got my laptop. Let's bring the chat up. There you all are. Right. Yes. So I have got Colin the Caterpillar. Let's get these. Oh, there we go. Hopefully the mic's okay there. It's actually Cecil the Caterpillar. Yeah, Cecil comes from Waitrose. Colin comes from Tesco's. Wessler, thank you very much for the cake money. Merkster, I promise I will, sir. I promise I will. So our first box comes from Chrissy. He tells me he bought it to arrive today, but for some reason Moonpig sent it a month early. So I've been sat on this until today. It's so hard not to open these things. Got some scissors somewhere. Where are my scissors? Or a knife? Here's a knife, right. And I can tell you, when this box shakes, it makes some good noises. I'm not expecting to find computer kit in here. Maybe something that will please Merkster. If that's a cake, yeah. I hope it's not. Oh, look at this. It's a good start to the stream. A selection of happy birthday ales from the Glastonbury Microbrewery. So I will have an alcoholic beverage with you on the stream today, just the one. But thank you, Chrissy, and there's a card in there as well. The legendary RMC is Awesome, man. Thank you very much, Chrissy. Saving retro gear with his awesomeness every day. A retro film production also starring Trevor, all stunts performed by Neil himself, filmed on location in a cave. Out in good cinemas now. To a screen legend, happy... We cover up the number. I'm still coming to terms with it, alright? Thank you, Chrissy. I'll take that back over to the desk. Is Chrissy in the chat? I don't know if Chrissy's here. Haven't seen him, but thank you anyway, Chrissy. Now this one... Oh, there's Chrissy. Hello, Chrissy. Thank you. This one says live stream, and I know that it comes from Control Alt Reese, who is in the chat. So, God knows what we've got in here. It is Russell. 34 is a difficult age, but I'm coming to terms with it. Hello, Nako. Matthew. I'll pretend I didn't see that. A lack of hair doesn't help for making you look young. You know, when I was 16 and I had a full face of stubble, it was wonderful being able to get served and being the kid that everyone wanted to go into the off license. But when you get to your 5th decade, you kind of wish you had some of that youth back. Right, first thing feels like floppy disks for me. Oh, wonderful. So these are ST Amiga format cover discs. ST Amiga format is a magazine that I'm trying to collect the complete set of because there's only about 11 copies in the complete set before they became their own magazines. And these are cover discs to go with those magazines, including, a format super disc. Are the super discs, Control at Reese, are these the subscriber special discs? Is that what they are? Yeah, Merkster, before you had Amiga format, they were combined. It was ST Amiga format, and then they broke out into their own things. 13 issues in total, that's right. Sorry, I said 11, 13. Thank you, Reese. Really wonderful. Reese has been doing really well lately, actually. Control Alt Reese on YouTube. Videos, and also he's tried out his first live streams, and they've gone really well, so do check him out. Ooh, and this feels like magazines, I think. No, Reese, I was all prepared for some, I don't know, Mickey taking present, a box of bees. But actually it's something really quite wonderful. Some ST Amiga format magazines to help me nearly complete the collection. Oh, we'll have a flick through some of these a bit. Sex Machine, the seduction side of 16 bits. Talking about the Amiga there, not the ST, obviously. So that is really nice. Thank you, Reese. I think everything. I haven't missed anything, have I? No, there's nothing caught up in the packaging. There we go. So there's a lot more unboxing to do, and we will come back to doing that. Let me turn the camera and you can actually see the stack of boxes that we have to get through later. What are you saying in the chat there? Flick through that one. Gary, do you want... Gary, I'm going to show half of what you got me today, Gary, because the other half I want to save for a surprise for a video. Is that okay with you? Would you like some cake? Nom 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 nom. Perfection. Okay, let me show you quickly half of what Gary got me, and it was wonderful to see Gary first and foremost, but he bought me some presents. What you're going to see is incredibly kind and generous and lovely, but there was something else which I'm going to save for a video, which is also incredible. Let me get it for you. Do any of you guys like board games? Gary is big on his board games, and he's bought me this really nice selection of games. Actually, technically, this probably isn't a board game, is it? But this one's called Exit the Game, The Stormy Flight. I've played the Orient Express version of this. It's a really good murder mystery that you play kind of co-op. And my other half, Lily, loves that. Forbidden Island. The Dungeon. And Forbidden Desert. So I'm really looking forward to getting stuck into these games. I love board games, but it's really intimidating when you go into a board game shop and you just haven't got the first idea of what you're looking at. I know staff in these shops are usually really helpful, but to have a friend like Gary who can pick out games that he knows will suit my skill level of board games and the kind of games that I want to play is just brilliant. So really nice gifts from Gary. If you need any board game tips, ask Gary. He's your man. Thank you, Gary. Reese loves Settlers of Catan and the Cones of Dunshire. Let's go back to the other desk. Plug the laptop back in. It's all very manual, this stuff. I have to unplug, move, plug in, move. Oh, hello Morgan, there's a lot more unboxings to come. Jamie, sorry, I shouldn't call you Morgan. Right. I'm back. I forgot my beer, hold on. So, what have you got to tell us, Gary?
Well, let me show you what else Gary's got hidden down here.
That's me.
What the hell is this, Gary? Oh, very explicit. These ladies' clothes don't stay on for long.
Thank you, Gary. So, we should probably look at the videos that you've sent in today. So for that, you need to look at my laptop, which is having a bit of a fit because I unplugged the HDMI cable. There we go, we're good, we're good. So we've got your videos to go through on the subject of puzzle games. And we'll just go through quickly what's happened in the cave this month. Put that over there. Yeah, sorry if any of you had epilepsy there. So this month, episodes that have gone public are... we had was it a month ago, the Hoffman record launch? Wow. So since we've launched the Hoffman record, we had the launch party, all 250 of those records sold. I had a manic week of just posting. And we've ordered a second pressing. So there's another 250. The second 250 are not signed. So if you got in there early, you know, you got that nice signed and numbered edition. But the next 250 will be exactly the same, just not signed. And I expect them to arrive with me in about 3 weeks. But if you want to pre-order one of these records, you can. Just look for, well, let me show you. We go to etsy.com/RMC Retro. No, you don't. I can't even find my own shop. Let's see if we can find... in fact, let's just search for Hoffman. There can't be any other Hoffman stuff on Etsy. There we go. There you go. So the second pressing is now up for sale. £35. It ships internationally. It's that lovely double red vinyl. I won't bang on about it, but everyone who's received it has been really happy with it. It's gone down really well. The sound quality is amazing. People are really happy with the quality of the product. So you can order that now and it will ship in about 3 weeks. So Woody says, will the new book be available? Yes, I've ordered additional books, Woody. So I won't put them on sale until I've shipped all of the Kickstarter's books. I hope to have them on sale, therefore, in time for Christmas, if people want to buy them for Christmas if they didn't back the Kickstarter. Air horn, Reese. So we had that. Then we had, look at this. This is insane. 204,000 views on why would you want a cassette deck for your PC. It kills me. It kills me because that is just an incredible amount of views. It's probably one of the top 3 videos on the entire channel now in 3 years. I'll tell you about the cars shortly, Castardo. That, you know, it's a really interesting thing when you see it listed. A tape deck for your PC, what's that all about? But it's not a video that has the kind of in-depth history that I like to put out, you know? I like to do those kind of videos every now and then. Yeah, you've got it, Mark. Sort of low effort. Although it's not that low effort, a lot of effort goes into the editing of it. You don't need to do a lot of research into that kind of video. And, you know, it would be very easy to go, oh, that gets a lot of views. Let's make loads of clickbaity videos about things like that I know will get views, but it doesn't get you a quality audience. So it's one of those things that, you know, it's junk food, isn't it? It's the junk food of my channel. We throw it out once in a while. We all like a burger once in a while. And then you come back to a show and tell where we had that wonderful mini Amiga show and tell with Stephen, or the Atari 800 Trash to Treasure. So, you know, we all like a burger once in a while, don't we? It's the Tech Moan cheese sandwich video. I'm up all night to get lucky, Castardo. I don't know about you. Did you hear that cassettes? Oh, God. Okay, this video, I just got spammed over and over again with comments from people going, you do know that cassettes sound better than CDs. You do know that cassettes can sound as good as CDs. Have you seen Techmoan's video about cassettes sounding better than CDs? Oh my God, I had like 1,000 comments saying, have you seen Techmoan's video about cassettes being better than CDs? Yes! But that particular cassette player is never going to play a cassette to the quality of a CD. But perhaps that's what spawned such views. So many people were angered by my comment that the cassette sounded bad and commented, did you know cassettes can sound as good as CDs? That the YouTube algorithm probably went, oh, people are talking about this. There's a lot of engagement on this video. And it kind of self-propelled itself. Oh, sorry, Reese, am I getting Larry? So we had the really wonderful Amiga Mini show and tell and the Amiga Hybrid, or AMI Hybrid. Then I introduced This Week in Retro, which has been going for a while, but I just wanted to put it out there so that people discovered this Week in Retro podcast that I do. Just search for This Week in Retro if you want to follow that podcast. It's really fun to make. And incredibly, last week, that podcast was I think it hit number 11 in the iTunes Tech Podcast charts, which is incredible, really, for such a new podcast. And our regular listening audience has gone over 1,000 now, which again is great for a new podcast. So, you know, This Week in Retro, go and subscribe to it if you're not already subscribed. We finished up the Atari 800 Trash to Treasure, which was just a wonderful, wonderful system. Newfound respect for those early Atari 8-bits. Because they didn't really get much exposure here in the UK. So to see what they could do with technology that goes back to 1979, wow. Obviously, Jay Miner was involved, he of the Amiga 1000 and other Amigas. It's looking at it, it was the Amiga 1000 of 1979. It had the same head start in terms of technical abilities compared to its contemporaries. But it priced itself out, really. I think that was the problem. But a great, great machine. And then we had all the fun with the 1996 gaming machine. Now, do you remember on the live stream a while back, we did that unboxing, and we had that box that was full of cards It was full of PCI and ISA cards. And the Matrix Millennium that was in that video came from that unboxing on the live stream. There's actually another video that came out today, isn't there? Hang on, let's refresh the page. Jorg, was it you that sent in those cards? I think it was, wasn't it? Yeah, it was you. I thought it was you. And also the OR64 card, yeah. And I put a 3DFX card in. But that 3DFX card in no way mitigates the quality of having the Matrox or the Matrox Millennium card in there, because that's such a great 2D card, but it needed that 3DFX card to give it a boost. So it's a really great system now. Really great system. Yeah, there we go. And released today was the restoration of the Sim Racing Wheel, which features the Ultrasonic Cleaner, which is a wonderful little bit of kit. Everyone should have an Ultrasonic Cleaner. We could probably do a song about that. Everyone should have an ultrasonic cleaner. Speaking of which, I've got a musical keyboard and a musical MSX, a Yamaha MSX computer. I can't play music, so I've got no idea how I'm going to demonstrate this thing. If anyone's near Swindon and can play music, please let me know. You can come in and be part of the episode. Merkster has an ultrasonic cleaner. Hey Scott, how you doing, mate? So that's what's been going on in the cave this month. You will also notice that the channel is now called RMC and not Retro Man Cave. This is part of a rebranding exercise that I've been going through for about 8 months, but now the public facing side of things has come up, and I'm not going to talk about it now because there'll be a video next week to the patrons, public the week after, in which I just sit down and explain all of the changes, why that's had to happen, and also why the cave at the moment is in jeopardy. There's a cliffhanger for you. Find out why next week. Okay, bye. And then one more thing before we go into your videos is somebody said, are you buying a car, Neil? No, I'm not buying a car. This is a YouTube channel called Cars for Paul, /Cars for Paul. The reason I'm showing you this is because A, it's a great channel. Paul is really great at restoring cars in a trash to treasure style. He goes out and buys crash damaged cars and does them up. But he's also my boss. He used to be an IT manager, a really, really good IT manager, you know, a really great boss. I worked for him for many years. And sadly, with what's going on in the world, he was made redundant 2 months ago. So what he's tried to do until he finds another job is he's put his time into his YouTube channel, and he's done a great job. He's grown it to 15,000 subscribers. So if you've got any interest whatsoever in this kind of thing, I'm going to put the thing in the link. And just to do a favour for my old boss, because he's a great guy and he really deserves it, just go and give him a sub. Maybe leave a comment saying RMC sent me. I would appreciate that, and I know he would. And hopefully you'll enjoy his content. Although I must tell him to stop doing the silly faces on the thumbnails. Come on, Paul. You're better than that. Gary? What are you... Gary has just said he'll be Paul's best friend. And I won't read the next message. So let's see your videos on the subject of puzzle games this month. Puzzle games. He is rocking the Linus Tech Tip faces, isn't he? Those faces. We've got about 10 videos, including, right, I need to ask chat this. I know Chris is in the chat. Okay, you know the rules. The videos have to be 90 seconds long. No longer. But Chris seems to have found his way around the rules because he submitted 2 videos. And I don't ever remember saying you can only ever submit 1 video. So chat, is Chris allowed 2 videos? We'll start with his first one. Let's see what he's got for us on the topic of puzzle games. Right, we've got no audio. Why have we got no audio? Bear with me. I think it's because I took the laptop over to the other... Oh, hang on. Yeah, it's because I've got the audio on mute. I managed not to mute myself, but to mute my laptop.
Quite straightforward.
Okay. Let's try again.
Hello. Little puzzle game for you. Picross DS.
Picross DS. Anyone played this?
You basically colouring pictures. It's a little bit like Minesweeper in that regard. And there was also a later version which was in 3D where you chiseled out blocks.
Oh, I see what it's all about. So it's a bit like drawing a sprite, isn't it? You got to fill in the blocks.
Draw on a cube, and quite straightforward. Very simply, here's what you need to do. Do we need hints for this? No. So what you have here is you need a 5x5 grid, and it's just a matter of marking off which block is what.
Oh, I see. So you're drawing the picture on the top screen, are you? Is that what's happening?
Oh, silly me. And a matter of calling in a picture to make whatever this is.
Well, that's a fun and all the best puzzle games have got a really simple concept behind them, haven't they? And that seems like it. I've never played that, but that looks like a lot of fun. It's the numbers that tell you what to fill in. Okay. Oh, hello, Howard. Dubious Engineering is here. Next, it's our good friend Controller Reese. Let's see what he's got for us.
Pushover, a fantastic puzzle game.
Blimey, Reese. Let me just knock you down a little bit. I probably need to add something to VLC to normalise the volume on all the videos, don't I?
Pushover, a fantastic puzzle game and an example of in-game advertising dating back to 1992.
Oh, now Reese has been very clever and just hidden away behind my head. Here, he's pointing out that he's captured the audio in on a Roland MT32. So we've got some really cool audio. Now, I played Pushover a lot, but on the Amiga. So the MT32 wasn't really an option on the Amiga. Let's see what it's all about. Oh, I was going to pause it and say, who can guess who the sponsor was? It was, of course, Quavers Crisps with, was it Curly Colin? Was that his name?
The plot revolves around Colin Curley, the Quavers Crisps
Curly
mascot at the time, incidentally voiced by Lenny Henry in the TV adverts, who loses his Quavers down an anthill and enlists the help of GI ants to help him.
Take that back, Dave. Oh, I remember that music. Same music on the Amiga.
Gameplay revolves around dominoes, some of which have special abilities like exploding, bridging gaps or splitting into two, and arranging them in such a way that the three-striped domino always falls last.
That's right, Ralph. Watch out, they taste curly. I remember that.
The game features 9 worlds of 11 levels, each with their own distinct artwork and music. Pushover was released on the Amiga, Atari ST, MS-DOS and SNES, although the SNES version removed the Quavers branding.
Scott, this game is called Pushover.
The whole thing may have been a ploy to convince us to buy cheesy snacks, but it was an excellent puzzle game in its own right.
Oh, controversial. Russell says the Amiga version sounded better, though. Can we get a wine count? I'm not drinking, Dean. Dean always accuses me of being drunk. I've been teetotal for months. I am going to let the rules slip for my birthday, but yeah. Paul next. See what Paul's got, and just prepare yourself if you're wearing headphones, because I don't know at what volume all of these videos are.
Hi folks, my name's Paul and today I'm going to talk to you about Cooler World on the PlayStation 1.
Before you do, Paul, let's just appreciate that t-shirt. We've got, is that a Dragon 32, a BBC? I can see a Spectrum, a Commodore 64. What's the middle one? Is it an Amstrad? No, not sure what the middle one is. But that's a great t-shirt. Good t-shirt, Paul. I don't know if you're in the chat.
One of my all-time favourite puzzle games. Cooler World, or Rollaway if you're in North America.
Hula World or Rollaway? Oh, this is a new one on me. Right, let me get comfortable. I need to know about this game.
Or Cooler Quest if you're in Japan, is a 3D platform puzzle game for the PlayStation 1.
Hello, Paul.
It
Good
was
t-shirt.
designed by Game Design Sweden AB, and it came out in 1998. Coincidentally, the same year that I graduated from university and shelled out for this with my first pay packet from my first job at Creative
times.
Lads. A friend of mine at the time had recommended this really cool game where you get to play as a beach ball. Well, as it turns out, yes, it was a really good game and one I do keep going back to. At first glance, the game looks pretty dull. The game really starts firing up the old grey matter after a couple of levels with the worlds rotating in 3D, and suddenly while you're playing the game, the floor becomes a ceiling becomes a floor, and the walls become the ceiling.
Nice.
The game throws plenty at you, spikes that will pop your ball if you land on them, laser beams, enemies that capture you, lava blocks, transparent and collapsing floors, you might accidentally jump to your death, and, oh hello little fella, what are you?
Psychedelic drugs.
Yep, recreational pharmaceuticals. These things will speed up time and make the whole game a little bit trippy. Sand timers which flip your timer over, which sounds fantastic, but if you collect one too early, bam, have to start the level again. Thankfully you can play this game through emulation, and given that you can get a PlayStation 1 emulator for just about anything these days, it's worth checking out if you get a chance, and I highly recommend it.
Thank you, Paul. If you haven't already got a YouTube channel, you should have a YouTube channel because that was really nicely put together. It looks like a puzzle game that really works to the weaknesses of the PlayStation, the first PlayStation. It doesn't try and throw a huge amount of polygons around. It does, you know, simple levels, simple designs very well. And it looks like a fun puzzle game. I'm up for a game of that. Where did you get your t-shirt from, by the way? Oh, I think that deserved praise, Ralph. I think that looked like a good game. You know, it's when games try to push a system too hard that things fall apart. If they keep it simple, usually it can work pretty well.
Hey there, thanks for having.
Oh, it's our good friend Pixel Vixen. It's Vicky, who very bravely moved to Japan a few months back and has been finding her feet over there and has found time to actually put a video together for us. So let's see what Vicky's got. Pixel Vixen on YouTube, by the way.
Hey there, thanks for having me on, Neil. I thought I'd share some of my favourite puzzle games which I've been enjoying here in Japan where I now live. So I'm not going to waste any more time. Let's get straight on with them.
No time wasting
The
here.
first game I want to talk about is Bomboozled, which was ported to the Super Famicom on its launch in 1990. You can actually also get this game on the Amiga, the Atari ST and the C64. It's quite an old puzzle game now and the graphics don't look that amazing, but seriously this is very addictive. In fact, it's so addictive that Amiga Power bundled it on their first cover disc issue, so definitely try this out. It's originally by Mirasoft, published by Kemco here in Japan.
Good factoid. So that was on the Amiga Power cover disc. I love that Vicky's gone, I'm not going to sit at home and film this. I'm going to go for a walk around Japan and talk with these games while I'm walking around. I love that.
Good fun.
Although Gary's got motion sickness. Close your eyes, Gary, and listen.
Now, as you can see, it's a beautiful evening here, but many a beautiful evening has been wasted by playing Panel de Pon, which is known as Tetris Attack in the West on my Super Famicom.
Yes, I have played
now,
this
you
one.
can pick this up pretty cheap, but I bet you can't find a more addictive game than this. Seriously, I have spent hours on this game and not regretted a single minute of it. That is a good mark of a good puzzle title.
Very good
So
choice.
yes, definitely check it out. Unfortunately, the Western version completely reskinned all the original Japanese graphics, but either way, you can have good fun with it. So check it out, guys.
Oh, I feel like I've missed out now because I played the Western version, the reskinned version. I need to see what that original one's all about. And I must say hello to AVX Studios in the chat. Hello, sir. Good to see you here.
Okay, my next suggestion for the Sega Saturn is Puzzle Bobble 3. Now this is a superb puzzle game that will just keep you entertained for hours popping those bubbles. More interesting than the original Super Famicom version, which was pretty bare bones, but this has lots of different play modes. It's just fantastic fun. It's one of those really hard to put down games for sure. And also one of the reasons I moved to Japan to be able to pick up quality titles like this for as little as £2, so quid's in there literally. So go and check it out, Puzzle Bobble. It's never aged in all of these years.
£2 for a decent Sega Saturn game. Vicky's stolen my thunder there because Puzzle Bobble, I actually picked the Neo Geo version of Puzzle Bobble as one of my puzzle games of choice. But yeah, the series does get progressively better, and she's chosen Puzzle Bobble 3, which is a great choice.
Oh well, I hope you've enjoyed those picks, folks, and if you've got any suggestions, I'm sure you're going to let Neil know them, but those are my top picks that are keeping me entertained here in Japan. If you want to check out what I do, I'm Pixel Vixen on YouTube, so thank you very much. I'll see you soon. Take care. Peace. Can't even do the peace sign with this game in my hand.
Peace.
Oh well, that's
Thank
how
you,
much
Vicky.
puzzle games occupy me.
Vicky deserved that plug at the end for taking us on such a nice walk around. So Pixel Vixen, she does a lot. Well, she does a lot of documentary stuff, but also some wonderful tutorials on pixel art, especially with deluxe paint on the Amiga. Which even if you're not interested in learning how to do it, it's just really nice to watch somebody who knows how to do it doing it. So thank you very much, Vicky. Oh, let's have the last 3 seconds of the video.
Where's the off button?
There it is. Yeah, and there's some inspiration for you. If you want to make your submissions like that each month whilst walking around your local area, go to your local Roman hill fort and show us your copy of whatever it is. Yeah, it is lovely to see Vicky, isn't it, Howard? She is good at it. Here comes.
It was harmless fun at the start. A little challenge.
I'm scared, Nako.
But now I always see them. Everywhere I go. 4 cubes, always falling, always a different shape. I have to arrange them all.
I think we can guess. Someone had to pick it. Reese, he's stealing your name. Control Naoki. Have a word, mate. Oh, I was just about to take a mouthful of cake. How many versions of Tetris are there? I'd love to know the definitive answer to that. There must be hundreds. Chris says, God, I miss the Soviet Union. It is the first thing you think about when you see Tetris, isn't it? Thank you, Naoki. Have you've got a YouTube channel. I don't know if you're putting regular content up to it yet, but if you are, please do post a link to your channel. And we will go on to Jorg's video next, who is in the chat, and a chance for me to eat another piece of cake. A slightly different mood to this one. Should I break into some Russian dancing? Am I going to get a copyright strike for this. Nicely done, nicely done. Naoki's saying he can't post links. Yeah, sorry, I've got it locked down. What am I searching for to find you, Naoki? Let's find your channel. Is it Naoki? Unless you're some kind of drift racer, I don't think that's your channel. Oh, okay. Naoki, S-A-I-T-O. Is this you? I don't think this is you. Oh, okay, thank you. Yeah, if you PM Dave in Discord, he will sort out a link. Okay, let's get back to the videos. Two very different Tetris videos, both awesome in their own ways. Okay, brace yourselves. It's time for Rich, and we know what that means. It means I need to prepare another beer. Just going to keep you in suspense while I pour my beer, and then we're going to have Rich's video. Brace, brace, brace. It's going to get weird. This Cecil Caterpillar, by the way, is delicious. Tetris on the Oculus Quest is immense, says Mean Machine Dude. Right, I'm ready. My body is ready. Let's see what Rich has got for us.
Hey, you just caught me having a little bit of a break from building and having a little bit of a light snack.
Hang on a minute. There's some piracy going on here. Can you spot it? I have never issued the Hoffman vinyl record on minidisc. What is this? What is this, Rich? And also we've got the pork pies and the Scotch eggs. Oh, hang on. He has bought the record back here. Okay. He's just expressing his right to perform backups. I think that's okay. We'll let him off. And the RMC calendar. By the way, this weekend is the deadline for your photos for the RMC calendar to submit them. Let's carry on.
You know, I wasn't really into puzzle games, so I was thinking of skipping doing a video today. But I didn't want to disappoint, so I had a little bit of thought. That's why I had to think outside the block. And although I'm pricking myself, I have constructed something that joins together. So without further ado, let's go.
Good track. Oh, what are we making
Wait,
here?
what? Lego not allowed? I better speak to my learned friend.
Yeah.
Tricky.
We got a crossover.
I'll allow it.
Videos are crossing over. Yeah, a bit of Lego Technic. It is Technic, isn't it? Yeah. Bit of tape measure action.
How many pages? 265. I know that wasn't my usual trip. A little bit mundane. But thank you for your patience. And I hope you enjoyed a little bit. Now back to Neil and some higher quality entertainment.
I did enjoy that, Rich. Thank you. No, it wasn't the usual trippy thing. But do you know what? I bet you loved using that as an excuse to put the camera on and build that and go, I've got to build this and I've got to get it finished. It's always nice to put the time aside to build some Lego, isn't it? Has anyone got the Lego, was it the Lego NES that came out? Nintendo NES? Did anyone buy that? And if you've bought it, have you built it yet? Yeah, Rich enjoyed that. Good, good. Better let him have the last second. There we go. And a special thanks to my learned friend. It's nice to see some crossover. And in fact, his video is next. I am on his monitor. Pillock has just finished building the NES. Was it a good build, Pillock? It had an Easter... Okay, no spoilers, please, Mike, if there was an Easter egg inside the NES. So, my learned friend.
Right, confession time. Going to interpret puzzle games quite widely, because I want to talk about a puzzle in a retro game that was the bane of my life. So when at college I started part-time work at Electronics Boutique, I quickly became known as the PC man, and I fielded all the queries, but there was one query that came up more than any other, and it relates to this. Broken Sword, a fabulous point-and-click adventure game. Not a puzzle game per se, but it is a game with puzzles. And the one thing I got asked about all the time was the goat puzzle. All you need to do is get past this goat, which is just going to headbutt you. So to do this, you need to wait till your character gets knocked over, run to the other side of the screen, move the plough, and then the goat gets caught. So remember, no YouTube to show people how to do this. So this was a question I must have been asked 4 or 5 times a week, and not just in 1997. It's infuriating, this puzzle. It's even got its own Wikipedia page dedicated to it. But what was down the ladder that was so valuable that it had to be protected by such a fiendish puzzle? Let's see.
Treasure. Oh, an Amiga 2000.
Shit.
Oh, wow, and
get out of my video and get back to your Lego.
Oh, I struck it really lucky now.
And with that,
Atari ST.
back to Neil in the
This one's
studio.
worthless. Someone's nicked the mini ports.
Rich. What can you say? You guys. Right, did we agree that Chris could have 2 videos? Was that deemed acceptable? Let's just go with yes. Gary says yes. It's my birthday. Okay, yeah, it's my birthday. I'll make the rules. A second video from Chris.
Hi Cave Dwellers, it's Chris here. Puzzles, lots of them. Lumines on the PS Vita, I could show you that. Or I could also show you rare versions of Tetris. This is Japanese, unique audio track in that one. But instead, I'm going to share with you my daughter's monthly educational subscription service.
I'm already pleased we went with seeing this video. What the hell is that?
It's really quite clever. It seems to be like a USB socket, and I believe it works through RFID. This is Shimajiro, very happy. It's by a company called Benesse. I think Elliot over in Retro Future has just done a video on a games console by them. It has puzzles and games. You can have the characters talking to you.
He is very happy, isn't he, Pillow, with his little bow tie and his hat on.
I don't know what that one was. Yeah. Oh, I was rubbish and wrong. Never mind. You can do puzzles and games, and the characters can talk to you and say,
Did that just make the Outlook sound? Was that? I'm sure I just heard that.
you can't see the Usagi, also known as a rabbit. But it's very educational and informative. Kids enjoy it.
Yeah, it was in the video, wasn't it? He's just got an email.
That's the studio.
And if you wanted to see some close-up shots, Chris also sent some photos in. He mentioned a Japanese version of Tetris with its own theme tune. So does Japanese Tetris not have that classic song that we know? If not, I need to know what it is and if it's as addictive a song. And it's also advertising the link-up play there as well, the head-to-head play. There he is, little happy chappy. driving his truck. That's cool. Oh, and I don't know what he's doing there, but he looks happy to be plugged in. There we go. I imagine his Japanese name translates to Gary. It is a cash register, isn't it? Yeah. Scott, behave. And we're going to round off today's official Cave Dweller videos with Custado's submission.
Oh, hi.
Oh.
Hi, Cave Dwellers. I didn't see you there.
Did we interrupt you repairing your CDX with your hacksaw? You should get a YouTube channel, mate.
Let me put my stuff away. I'll get right back to you. So I was
Thank you,
planning to do a video about this game, Puzzle Bobble on the Neo Geo, because this is a puzzle game, one of the few puzzle games I'm still playing occasionally.
Oh, I still play. It's a good choice.
I have something more interesting.
Wait. That's my choice, and you're saying it's not interesting? Oh.
It's a game I played years ago with a colleague. So let's have a look, shall we? So here we have Money Puzzle Exchanger.
Sorry, I didn't catch the name of that. Let's just hear that again.
Let's have a look, shall we? So here we have Money Puzzle Exchanger.
Money Puzzle Exchanger. Not heard of this.
A game where you have to exchange coins for coins of a larger value. And if they reach 500 monetary units, they disappear.
Hang on, they've turned going down to the foreign currency exchange counter at the post office into a game.
It's easy as that.
Okay, it's got that classic puzzle game head-to-head look. Very Puzzle Bobble-like in its head-to-head look. And some cool animations.
And that is Money Puzzle Exchanger. A very nice game. Give it a go. It's available on the PlayStation and on the Neo Geo. Bye bye. Custado out. Back to the studio.
Thank you, Custado. Always nice to discover a new game. Never heard of that one, and it looks like fun. And we've also got a Wooly. We've got the Eagle Lander. We've got some Totoro, some Studio Ghibli stuff. Transformer Man. That's it. That's his official name, Transformer Man. And Simpsons, and Skeleton, Lego Man, and Dinosaur. There we go. It's a good room. I like it. And a good CRT, actually. Good television. So those are your video submissions for the week, for the month. Thank you very much. I'll just run you through my choices of games. And there's some that I'm amazed didn't come up. Let's go back to where we were. So the first game I picked was Split Personalities on the Amstrad CPC. Did anyone else have this? This video courtesy of Real Generic Demon on YouTube. Thank you for letting me use this clip. That, of course, is the Ronald Reagan puzzle, and you also had other celebrities. Are we going to see any others? We had Margaret Thatcher, and there was also Gorbachev. I think that's all we've got on this video. That was a fun little game. You know, I was a kid. I didn't know who half these world leaders were at the time, but it was still a fun game. Pipe Mania. Not only on the Amstrad CPC. In fact, I had it on the Amiga. One of those, like any good puzzle game, a really frustrating game. And then after about 20 minutes of losing, you simmer down and you go, I've just got to have another go on that. I've got to beat this thing. Locomotion was very similar to this. It was train tracks instead of pipes, but a very similar game. So that was good fun. And also, David Fox of Lucasfilm Games was involved in the conversion. When we interviewed him, he spoke about how he worked on Pipe Mania. I think it was on the PC version he worked on. I mean, I'm not going to pretend it's as good as Rescue on Fractalus or Maniac Mansion or anything like that, or Zach McCracken. The other games David Fox worked on, but you know, he worked on it. It was good game. And of course, Puzzle Bubble. When I first discovered Neo Geo emulation, you know, I had played a lot of Neo Geo in the arcades, but when I started exploring Neo Geo games through emulation, a system that's so well known for its fighting games, it was this game that got me really hooked on the Neo Geo. Played so much of this game. Great fun. Yeah, Locomotion. You got it. Yeah, Puzzle Bubble is awesome. You know, there are later versions of it in the series that are better than the original, but you can still go back to the original and enjoy it. Someone please tell me a puzzle game on the Neo Geo was $200, says Merkstar. It probably was. Probably was. And of course, I'm really surprised you guys didn't pick these games up. Let me go back to the other camera. Right, nobody chose Lemmings. Was that too obvious? I'm just amazed nobody picked up Lemmings or Lemmings 2. Let's have a vote in the chat. Which was better, Lemmings or Lemmings 2? Oh, hello Keith from the Digital Orphanage. Gary was expecting Lemmings. Merkster says it's great. Castado hates Lemmings. All of you going Lemmings. Well, some of you saying Lemmings 2, but most of you saying Lemmings 1, and that is the answer I go with. And I was expecting you to say, I think Lemmings 2. Lemmings 1 was a really simple concept that works really well. Lemmings 2, they just felt that they had to add a lot more to the game. Naturally, I mean, you want to give the players more for their money for the sequel, but I think it kind of strayed too far away from the purity of the first game. So I just like the first one more. And Oh No More Lemmings, yeah, that was just more levels for the original game. And yeah, Christmas Lemmings as well. But when you got to Lemmings 2, I think it just overcomplicated things a bit too much for me. Yeah, you can take a copy of Disc 2. I can't guarantee Disc 2 works. I can't remember the last time I tested it because I normally use a Gotek floppy emulator for everything. But if Disc 2 works, you can take a copy. We can have a copy party. Lemmings 2 is the story... Oh, Lemmings' story about jumping off cliffs was faked by a nature program, says Mike. Yeah. And I think there was a talk that Mike Daly was at, one of the creators of Lemmings, where somebody actually asked him, do you feel bad about perpetuating the myth that lemmings jump off of cliffs? And he just said, no, I couldn't give a stuff. It works for the game. Who cares if it isn't real? Allegedly. That's what I've heard. Keith is all about the CDTV Lemmings demo. Sorry, the Lemmings on the CDTV with the Planet Side demo. Did you get anything extra on the CDTV? Did you get some nice music or anything like that? Games are not real life, says Russell. You heard it here first. Hey, Dana. Italian plumbers don't fight turtles either. You heard it here first. We are breaking the myths. We might as well call ourselves Mythbusters today. Right, should we go and do all of that unboxing? Let's see what Gary's got to say before we do.
I've become obsessed, so why not come with me to the garage and have a look?
Let's do that, Gary. I'm going to take you over to the other camera. Bear with me. Okay, can you hear me now? I brought Jeff with me, with his budgies. Right, do let me know if the music's too quiet or too loud. Let's put these out the way and put these magazines out the way before we damage them. Did anyone else used to drill a hole in the other side of the discs? I did, to get more capacity. Right, the first box we're going to start with is really intriguing me. Now, honestly, these things arrive throughout the month and I'm desperate to open them, and I save them for you. So things like this arrive. It's a Panasonic electronic warm jar with lots of Japanese writing on there. But what the hell is an electronic warm jar? So, I mean, I'm guessing this has come... At least the box has come from far away. Looks like a bread maker. Yeah, it kind of does, but a warm jar? I mean, if we have a look at the picture, who cares what's in it? What the hell is this thing? Look, it says diamond fluorine coating, and there's some kind of like mashed potato thing. A collection of towels. Please, no towels. I've had enough of people sending me their dirty old towels. Thank you, Arthur. I will be careful with the knife. Ooh, what is this? Now, if you haven't put anything in to say who it's from, I do apologise for not saying who you are. Oh, okay. This is something I bought on eBay. This is not a donation. I know exactly what this is. I'm just surprised that it's come in this box. So do you remember the IBM Net Vista? Of course you do. We did the charity sale with them. Well, I kept one for myself. And this is an IBM branded subwoofer. I wasn't expecting it to be quite this big. And IBM branded speakers to go with my Net Vista. Pretty nice with the sub. So I'll keep this in the box, but once that's all set up, it will look really nice, I think. It's hard to get it on camera. There you go, squeezed it in there. Does it say anything about its output? No, but I love this. By the Jazz Hipster Corporation. If I want any company to make my speakers, it's the Jazz Hipster Corporation. And let me just show you something else that I bought this month to go with this. I'm just going to grab it from over here. This was sold by the British Heart Foundation. It's a IBM keyboard. So I just need the mouse and the monitor, and then I've got my perfect Net Vista setup. Thank you, Jazz Hipster Corporation and eBay. What did I pay for that? I think I paid £20 for that. I think it was 20 quid. Plus shipping. Now the next packages are from Mark, who very kindly purchased some items from my other half, Lily's shop, and said if you deliver them, because he was only an hour or so away from me, not too far, There's a bunch of retro boxes at my house because he doesn't live in the country anymore. They're at his dad's house. He said, come and take them. So let's see what we've got. We've got sort of 3 boxes on him. It's going to be the best way to open this. I don't quite know how to get into this box. I've seen there. Oh, okay. Well, we've got a European or American plug on there. Well, that's European, isn't it? Oh, this is a very nice. Reese, you're going to like this. You can throw it at Reese. A very, very nice condition Atari 800 XE. That is lovely. I mean, there's not a single speck of dust in the ports. Are they port covers? No, that's just how they are. Okay. That's really lovely. Thank you, Mark. I didn't realise the Atari symbol was quite so fluorescent on these. They're very fluorescent orange. And we've got RGB out and RF television out. Lovely. That I think that's going to go straight on display. That's got to go on the cable. It is minty, isn't it? Minty fresh. And then we've got the power supply. Which is European. So no step down or anything needed. I'm not sure they sold the XE in America ever. I think it was more of a Eastern European thing originally, wasn't it? They're notorious for yellowing really badly, so it looks like a nice example. Yeah, it does. So, we're off to a great start. Another one from Mark. Trying to work out what this box was originally. It looks like Hotel Chocolat or something. Don't know what it was. Merkster, I'm in the USA. We really didn't have much Atari stuff. Amiga was a little more prominent, but not much. I assume you're talking about the microcomputers when you say that, because I know the Atari consoles were plenty popular in the US. Oh, Russell, don't make me sad. We've got some newspaper in there. Let's see if we've got a date on it. It's the Daily Mirror. Monday the 4th of the 5th, 2020. So it's not long ago this was put in the box. Baby Joy for Boris and Carrie. Nice, isn't it? Bother, sorry, I'll unbox quicker, sorry. I can see some 5 1/4 inch discs at the top of this. Just because the mirror's in there, Reese, it doesn't mean he's a mirror reader. He's just used it for packaging. There you go, now. No politics. There was no politics there at all, Jake. I just said, you know, child's going to have a lovely life, isn't it? So we have got Bunch of floppy disks, including Happy Warp Speed software, Imperium Galactum, Tapper, Mr. Robot, Mission Impossible. Oh, there's loads of piracy going on here. Sea Dragon, Pitfall, disk utilities. Basic. Laser Ultra Speed 1050 Supercharger. Sector Copier. And the Spy Strikes Back and the Goonies. Very nice. And all of those go with this. Which I probably should have opened when I picked it up, because it's an Atari 1050 floppy drive, although I do have another one, so it did appear in that final episode of the Atari series. You've got an unlabeled Sony disc in there. Yellowed slightly, but that's nothing we can't sort out. And a nice example of a 1050 floppy drive. Very nice. Thank you very much to Mark for that. There is another one from Mark, but I'll just open this other one now because I know what this one is. This one came from Nick. Where did I just put my knife? I've lost the knife, lads. Where did I put that? Bear with me. Oh, there's some scissors. That'll do. Check the bubble wrap. Yeah. The knife is in the bubble wrap. Okay. Yes, the knife is in the bubble wrap. This is why I need you guys. This is why I need you. We just saved a bin man from a terrible accident. So this is a really nice thing that's in here. I think. Unless it's completely not the thing I think it is. Yeah, it is a scalpel. Is it what I think it is? The box within a box. Any guesses while I try and get this thing out? I actually want to keep this outer box because this is the original outer box. Oh, look at that. What it is not a Commodore 64. Despite what it looks like. Let's get it open. Oh, this is fresh. This is like new. You can see that, can't you? There is, because it's been in that original outer box. There is no colour fading whatsoever. This is a beautiful example of a box. So inside it is not a Commodore 64, but you've got the original tape box. You've got all of the original, packing inlays, the Commodore Care, and then the C64 box. Now the reason I accepted this donation was because a long time ago I did a Trash to Treasure on a C64C, which this is. So, I restored a C64C to look like new. And I said, yeah, it'd be really great to get the box to put it in, so I can put the Trash to Treasure C64C in there, and it's, you know, it's reunited rather than the box being on its own in an attic. We've reunited the system with the box. Close that up without breaking it. It's lovely. I mean, all the tabs are on there. Oh. I'm glad you guys are here to witness this, because this genuinely excites me to see something from whenever this was, the 1988, whenever the 64C came out, like new, you know, because you don't think you'd ever, you saw this in the shops as a kid, you just don't expect to ever see something as fresh and new ever again, and there it is. Yes, I'm stroking the box. So I will very carefully put this over here. Thank you very much, Nick. Coming back with my beer. Bobbus, if anyone wants to donate awesome stuff to me, I don't have a YouTube channel, but it will stop my feelings of FOMO. What can I say to that, Bobbus? Oh, sorry. What can I say to that? I'll just punch the microphone. I hope you see just how appreciative I am of these donations. I never take them for granted, and it is a wonderful position to be in, Bobbus. And I do my best, at least, although you don't get them, I do my best to share this experience with you. Now this, I think, I bought on eBay. This is a purchase, I think. Interesting kind of wrapping. They put it in a box in a bin bag. I am a lucky man, Jamie. I really am. And as you'll see in next week's video, patrons and the public the week after, it is my intention to get a bigger cave in which you can all come and have a little play on all of this stuff. So I'm doing my very best to share it in the best ways that I can. It's a new Dremel, says Costado. This Dremel keeps coming up in chat, doesn't it? Could be a new pair of brogues. My scalpel work is scary. Sorry, Gary. Oh, Gary! I've lost a finger. He'll like that. It entertains 4-year-olds and Gary when you do that. He loves it. Yeah, this is what I thought it was. You all know I love a flight simulator. So I bought this, which I never owned first time around. I don't know if it's any good. I just thought it would be nice to add to the collection. It's Domark's Flight Sim Toolkit. Like flight simulators, get the toolkit and make your own. That's the theory. Three discs. The manual. And this looks interesting. A 3D clip art catalogue. So I guess these are all the assets that you can... Yeah, these are the assets that you can pick from to put in your flight sim. I know this is right up... who would like this? Who would like this? Yeah, I think Ralph would like this. Look, we've got historic buildings, including St Paul's Cathedral. You could put that in your world and set that as the target. Oh no. It's come from a heavy smoking household. I can tell you that. Does anyone have any tips for getting cigarette smoke out of game boxes or manuals? Because it really does cling to these things, doesn't it? Little bit of damage on the box there, but nothing a little bit of glue can't sort out. You can just tuck that back in. I think it goes under, in fact. Yeah, I think it tucks it in there. So I will carefully do that. It's got a sticker from the shop Beatties. I'm going to put that straight on my Flight Sim shelf. There. Is this a Mark one? Gosh, I can't remember where this one's from. Hopefully there'll be a note inside it. I don't think this is a Mark one. You had a BT's toy shop in Bristol, did you? Did Domark do Castle Master? It's over there. I'll tell you. I'm pretty sure they did, didn't they? It was because Domark did 3D Construction Kit, which was the Freescape engine. So yeah, I think they did. I think they published it. What is this? What is this? This is new. Whatever this is. Did I buy this? I know what this is. You know how if you're in Discord, you'll see I often post copies of emails that I get saying, can you review this thing? Can you review this thing? And I always reply saying, look, if you want to send it to me, I'll consider it. If it's suitable for the channel, I'll cover it. If it's not, you send it to me at your risk. 90% of people don't. This is one of the 10% who did send it in. And I need your help because I do want to cover this, but I want to find a use for it that's not just a review. It's not just a review. You know, a really good way of showing this off. I won't show it to you too closely because we'll make a video on it. But yeah, are you ready? Take the packet off of it. Right, brace yourselves. It's a mechanical keyboard in the style of a typewriter. I mean, it's kind of cool, isn't it? But it's actually quite nice to type on. I was expecting it to be more toy-like. Oh, there's a button up there. Ting! Ting! So yeah, I could just do a tech nibble on it. It's got USB ports. Or, you know, maybe I should pair it up with the Mister, with like an Amstrad PCW core, and it can be my book writing station. Yeah, something steampunky. So there you go, that's a bit different, isn't it, I guess. Let's put it back nicely. Yeah, it's a bit plasticky, isn't it? I mean, I wouldn't say it's really amazing quality, but it doesn't feel super cheap either. Dual mode mechanical keyboard. Please read instructions carefully. And there's a little accessory pack there, which I think is for propping up your tablet behind it. So yeah, I'm guessing you can Bluetooth it to your tablet. Maybe I should set it up as the only place that I do my tweets from, with a tablet and the typewriter keyboard. Hello, I am typing a tweet. Nice box, if nothing else. I think I've put it in the wrong way around, so I won't force it. I'll do that later. Alright, so let's have a swig of beer. We've got more boxes to get through. What time are we at? Oh, 8:30, right. Let's get through these boxes. Next one. Pillock will approve of this box. Vans trainers. I know Pillock likes his Vans. He likes pom-poms and he likes Vans. You did miss cake. Never force it in, Reese. Words to live by. Never force it. Especially when it's retro. Oh, hello. This didn't have a name on it, did it? No name on the box, so again, it's impossible for me to remember who sent in everything, so thank you, you know who you are, thank you very much, and if it ever appears on an episode, I will make sure that your name appears, so getting acquainted with your ZX81. The ZX81 basic programming. Ooh. The sleeve of a 16K RAM pack. A 16K RAM pack. So we can relive those RAM pack wobble experiences. We've got QS Defender and QS Asteroids. We've got a ZX Spectrum power supply, no doubt with reversed polarity. Oh, and the lovely 3.5mm jack on the end. Make me a cheap power supply and then make it cheaper, screams Clive Sinclair. And then we have a ZX81 which is not screwed together. Oh, that's nasty. Look, I mean, it's not something that it can be repaired, but the keyboard ribbon cable is just absolutely sliced in half and split there. So it needs a new keyboard membrane, but that's a minor thing. Otherwise, there it is. Oh, it's an issue 1. That's interesting. An issue 1 ZX81 with this lovely big heatsink on the 7805 down here. Whacking big heatsink. There you go, Sinclair ZX81. Needs a little bit of TLC, that one. It's the kit version, says Costado. Okay, that's well worth knowing, thank you. So somebody's hand soldered that. Can we take it out? Well, they've done a good job. Oh, I can see one bad joint there. Not looking too clever on the keyboard connector, but otherwise that's not bad at all. But they could all do with a bit of a touch-up, yeah, a bit of reflowing, I think, for sure. Yeah, it is easily done. I'm always so careful, Jake, when I open these things, just in case, you know, any computer, just in case there's a ribbon cable in there and you tear it. But that's lovely, thank you. If you're in the chat and you sent this in, please let me know. Otherwise, that deserves an episode to bring it up looking like new and working like new, and then your name will be shown then. Two more boxes. This one I opened because I thought it was something else, and then when I realised it wasn't, I didn't I didn't go any deeper, so I haven't actually done any more than just go, oh, it's not what I thought it was. What is it? Oh, okay. We've got a box of 3D printer filament, and that is actually 3D printer filament. I'm pretty sure it is. It looks like it. Yeah, it is. Does this have a name on it? No. The newspaper used to pack this one is The Sun. Dear Deirdre. Dear Deirdre, I'm worried my manhood will let me down when I have full sex with my girlfriend. I cannot get it up as strongly as I used to. I'm 45 and divorced. My girlfriend is great. She's 37. We've been intimate a couple of times, but we haven't gone the whole way yet. It's my birthday in a couple of weeks and my girlfriend is taking me away. I know what she'll expect. I was thinking of talking to my doctor to get some help. Deirdre says, please talk to your girlfriend about your worries. I bet she'll reassure you. You also need to check your problems aren't a symptom of a medical problem, whether smoking, drinking or being overweight. My e-leaflet, Solving Your Problems, explains self-help and treatment. Thank you, Deirdre. So there you go. If you need any relationship advice, Deirdre answers every letter. Someone will take the audio out of context. Is that a threat, sir? I will put it back in context. Okay, so we've got an RF cable and we've got a power supply cable to start off with. That doesn't tell us too much. Let's get all these boxes out. Actually, what was the date from that newspaper? August the 4th, 2020. Just another page that I've picked out. Melancholy, a picture about, a page all about putting a melon on your dog's head. I mean, that is some highbrow reading, isn't it? Dogs with melons on their heads. Plenty of melons in the Sun newspaper. Is there a horoscope? I didn't see. I'll have a look later for you. No, you're right, Blockulator. Not anymore. They stopped doing it, didn't they? Ooh, I know what this is, and I expect some of you can guess before I've even got that unwrapped. What a lovely bit of 1970s design. No, it's not a printer, it's an Intellivision. With a missing control pad and a present control pad, which has been very well played. Somebody's had a lot of fun with that. That's quite worn down. Stop, says Jaden. Don't drop your cup over it. No, it's okay. So yeah, we're missing one controller. But otherwise, lovely bit of wood grain. Hello, the Guru Meditation. Hello, Bill. Yeah, otherwise it's in good condition. So the cable's coming away on the second controller as well. So maybe need some new controllers. It might be that we need to get a second one, a broken one, and maybe between the two we can resurrect one. But I'll find out if this is working even without controllers. Oh, this might be the second controller in here actually, which would be great. Maybe we can just fix it as is. So yeah, we've got the second controller, which is in all kinds of bits. The membrane inside is completely destroyed. But you can see how the controller should be gold. And this one's just worn away. It's been played on so much. Yeah, I think we've got all the wires in there. So we need a new membrane and just wire it back up. So should have everything we need there. Intellivision, intelligent television. There's something in here as well. Thank you, Bill. Appreciate the birthday wishes, mate. Oh, there's various springs and bits that have popped out. Oh, what's that? Yeah, connectors. So everything that's popped out of this controller is all safely. I'll put all of this back in the bag before I lose any of it. There we go. So that and that, the printer filament is just a bonus, and then it looks like we've got some games here for the Intellivision, I would guess. What is it, says Arthur? It's a games console, Arthur. Of the Atari 2600 era. Bits and bobs, yeah, bits and bobs. Stuff and things, you know. Trumpery. A sausage. Not a sausage, Jake. Okay. So we've got some edutainment titles, it looks like, for the Intellivision. We've got Maths Fun. Skiing, which looks very much like the skiing game that you got with Windows. New Atlantis. That's a nice box. Space Battle. Pew pew pew. Harold goes skiing. No, I can. There's a window in the side of the filament box. Who asked that? David. So you can see it's RMC red filament in there. So that's kind of cool. Word fun. Oh, I see, and you've got overlays to go on the control pads. Kind of cool. That's what your cartridge looks like, a sort of wedge kind of cartridge. But there is a ROM in there, it is a proper console. Night Stalker. The prequel to Night Trap. Even that's got its own fun little overlay. Little guns in every direction. And I thought it said nasal soccer. NASL soccer, is that North American Soccer League? Is that what that stands for? You can choose how hard you hit the ball. Is that? I've never heard of NASL soccer. There you go, looks like that. Looking at the screenshots, because I've only played Intellivision on emulation, but the quality of the graphics looks better than the Atari 2600. There's more detail, there's more shapes. Not a lot better, but it looks less blocky. And then there's a catalogue of video game cartridges. That's kind of cool. I've got this, oh, my fingers are filthy now. I've got this really, I should have put my murder gloves on for that. Really filthy fingers. It does look better than the 2600, says Merkster. New Atari sausage legs. That's what NASL stands for, does it? I think you're right, Costado. ASMR soccer. The controllers are painful to use. Like, yeah, it's a bit like a cash machine, you know, keypad, isn't it? Or buying your groceries at the supermarket and putting your PIN number in. But for 60 minutes playing a video game. Intellivision was much better than the 2600. It had the best 2-player and RPG games, says Amiga Bill, or the Guru Meditation. Hello was better than the Coleco. Okay, we've got one more box, and it's a big box, so let's carefully move this. Put it back in. We'll put it back in with the dogs with melons on their heads. That's a good one. I think that one's my favourite. Oh, actually, no, look, the one below it's actually got full eye slits. I've never had a dog that would actually tolerate that. Dave says it's his favourite Nintendo. Of course he does. Okay, this is a heavy one. This is the last of Mark's boxes, and I think it's going to be a case of just me getting into it and then spilling out onto the table whatever's in here, because it's huge. Oh no, packing peanuts. I never complain about donations, ever. But I'm just saying, packing peanuts. That's all I'm saying. No! Right, you can see this. There's all sorts in here. God. Oh, right. This is special. This is really special. I'm going to put the box on the floor, and then I'm going to take them out, the bits out one thing at a time. I didn't intend to leave this till the last for any reason, but it's a hell of a finale. I mean, everything's great, but this is something really special. Let's have a look. Place your guesses. Oz says, is it a Mega? A Mega Drive? Is it a TT? Was wins. It's an Atari Mega 1. Mega 1. How cool is that? I can confirm it does have MIDI ports. Modem printer, hard disk, MIDI in and out monitor floppy. That is nice. It's a, you know, for me that's the equivalent of having your Amiga 1000, isn't it? Having that lovely desktop case instead of the wedge. That's my understanding of it. Oh no! Oh no! I'm glad I looked in there. We've got some battery leakage starting. Let's pop those out. fact, I think maybe there was a battery in there before that's leaked, because that doesn't look too bad, the ones that are in there. Yeah, they're okay, but it looks like there has been a leak. But it has gone down the legs at the back. Let's flick that out. Yeah, okay. Well, that's going to need some attention, but I've seen a lot worse. It's not like the whole bay is just full of battery leakage, but we'll want to see how far that's travelled down, and hopefully it hasn't gone into the board itself. Lovely. Right, let's see what else is in the box. Motherboard should be fine. I'm sure it will be. Doesn't look too bad, does it? Has it dribbled down the legs? It's in the same box. What's this? I don't know a great deal about the Mega ST. It's not something I've really looked into. You know what accessories there are for it. Thank you, Mike. Oh, well, I can guess what this is. It's called a Mega File 30, so I'm gonna hazard a guess. Tell me if I'm right or wrong. Is that a, let's say, a 30 meg hard disk? Is that what that is? It's got a battery compartment as well, but no batteries. And in fact, there's not even any, you know, metal bits for the batteries to make contact with. So they're just using the same cases for different things with a different badge. 30 meg Winchester disc. Right, I better not throw it around then, had I? Oh. Yeah, tomorrow, Quebeco. It's my birthday stream, but it's my birthday tomorrow. So there we go, now we've doubled up. We've got the system and we've got the 30 meg Winchester disc. I really hope that works, because when this powers up, that disc is either going to make the most glorious noise in the world or the most terrifying, crunching, horrible noise in the world. And I hope it's the former. No, it's not portable with the batteries. You know that, Mark, surely. 2 AA batteries are not going to take a 30 meg Winchester disc very far. The batteries aren't in that one, no. Let's see what else we've got in the box. No. Unbelievable. No wonder the box was so heavy. Do you know what? Throw all the packing peanuts you want at me. I'll take it all back. The best boxes have packing peanuts in them. Alright, there are guesses. SM124, SM125. I'll tell you when I've got it unwrapped. I'm just going to cut that. Where's my scissors? There they are. Right, don't cut the cable now, just the bubble wrap. There we go. Ah, thank you, Jake. Very kind. I promise I will spend it on a beer or something birthday and celebratory. Thank you. It is a model SM124. It's a monitor. What's that? 12 inches? Is that what the 1.2 is? Nice condition. Couple of scratches, but nothing that won't wear out, you know, rub out on the plastics. The screen itself is fine. And then we've got our brightness, contrast, and volume. Oh, on and volume. And the cables are molded into it with a European cable plug on the end. But again, that is no problem here in the UK. 640 by 400 black and white high resolution. So this is geared at desktop publishing, I would guess then. A nice desktop publishing unit with that hard disk for your files. Or music making, maybe. Yeah, because ST, it's all about music, isn't it? Isn't that what they're for, Reese? Because they've got MIDI ports. Thank you, David, very much. Happy birthday. Have a good one. Thank you very much, David. Will it display Amiga? That's your video. That's your video socket, so no, you can't just plug it into an Amiga. Whether or not it can be adapted for other systems, I don't know. Let's see if there's anything else in the box. Is this what you wanted, Reese? Tell me about this, Reese. I'm guessing from what you were saying in the chat that the keyboard is particularly rare. Is that right? Jorg, did this come from you, Jorg? Because there was nothing on the... Did this come from you? Because you immediately said it's a German keyboard layout. And it is. It's a QWERTY Zupu. With your O with your umlaut over there. It's not. No, Jorg just knew. He just guessed. He knew it was going to be a German keyboard. So what have we got? Look at these. Look at these huge fold-out legs. I've never seen fold-out legs so big on a keyboard. And then you've got your joystick port, I guess. 2 joystick ports. Oh, I'm smashing the thing up. Look at that. It has yellowed a lot more than the rest of the system, but we know how to deal with that if we want to. And the F key is exactly like the Atari ST. Yeah, size of those legs. Look at those. Chunky legs. Boom. Boom. And then we've got the RJ11, whatever that is, style connector for the keyboard. Little bit split there. Not a problem. Mega ST was a big seller in Germany, says Controller Reese. Ah, Pillock. You had to give the age away, didn't you, Pillock? Thank you very much to Mr. and Mrs. Pillock in their matching Vans t-shirts. Thank you very much. There's more in the box. There's more in the last box. There is that and that. So, a mouse. Of course, a mouse. A joystick port, but also a mouse port to go under there. That's more important. Nice chunky mouse with the Atari logo. And I'm guessing this is the cable to connect the hard disk up to the main unit. Is it SCSI? I'm going to take a guess, unless it's some kind of proprietary Atari interface. I would take a guess. Reese. Reese. Yes, Reese. Thank you very much again for reminding everyone of my age. Thank you very much for the £5. Thank you, Nulani. It's ASCII, which is based on SCSI. Okay. So as you can see, I've got a lot to learn about this system. And it looks like one of those systems that are perfect for a bit of a trash to treasure with a history lesson. I'll do some research and we can learn all about it. Maybe Reese can help us out a little bit with some of his experience there, because he is an Atari man. And yeah, we can maybe find some Commodore badges, an Amiga badge to put on the front there. I mean, that's an immediate upgrade, isn't it? Isn't that how it works? Oh, stop. I'm just digging a hole. I'm going to go back to the other desk. Hold on. Thank you, Dave. Yes, thank you, Dave. That's just scrolled off my screen now, so I don't think anyone saw it. But thank you very much for the £5. Very kind of you, sir. Dave, who is also an admin on Discord and just does so much for the channel. I do appreciate everything you do, Dave. Thank you. Right. Oh, it's nice to sit down again. Bit of Outrun. Nice. What did you think of that, Gary? Oh no, his battery's fallen out. Gary's given up. Put that back in. What did you think, Gary?
Very much liking the exotics at the moment.
Yes, he is liking the exotics. I assume he's referring to maybe the Intellivision. He's quite exotic. Yeah, I had to turn Gary on before he'll say anything. Food Flies, an Alco Pop of choice, thank you. If we're going for Alco Pops, it's going to be a Moscow Mule, a Smirnoff Mule. 90% sugar, 10% dancing juice. Castardo, pack it in. Yes, I am 40. Thank you, Castardo, very much for the €10. You're all mean, evil people, and I love you. It is Stog. That's where the button should have been. No, not a Bacardi Breezer. Maybe a WKD Blue. Because before 11 p.m, the WKD Blues are 2 for 1 down at Berlin's nightclub in Bournemouth. Some of the places I used to go. Richard Shears, that's how you do it. 39 plus 1. It goes backwards when you get to 40. Thank you very much, Richard. Gary, Gary drove all the way here to spend lunch with me. Gave me those amazing presents and is now putting $4.99 in the chat. Gary, you're naughty. Thank you very much. So we'll just close off today with a little bit of magazine, because you all love a magazine. And actually, I haven't chosen an old magazine today. What I've chosen, Nulani, 50 knocks. Thank you, Nulani, very kind. Mark with a C with the £20, Mark. So kind of you, thank you very much. And I really hope to see you soon, Mark. We need to, well, I know we can't, but we need to have a cave gathering at some point, but it's very difficult to get, more than one person at a time safely together. So we've really got to have a get together soon at some point. And C64 Woody with the $5 again. Thank you very much. Have a pint and a game on an Amiga. I think I will, actually. I think I'll treat myself to a birthday Amiga game. What is a knock? What is a hotspot not? Nulani, what is a knock? It's Asnivor's birthday today, is it, as well? Happy birthday, Asnivor. So the magazine I've chosen is Retro Gamer magazine. And as you can see, it was a Tetris special edition. And because there's nothing on the cover, it's the subscribers edition. It's an arse. 540 for the evil, and it's an arse. You've got so many years to go before you even get anywhere near 40. Thank you, sir. You'll know what it feels like one day. Russell, thank you, Romeo. Happy returns for the weekend. Oxo good. Thank you everyone. Thank you everyone so much. So anyway, Retro Gamer magazine from, because it's a subscriber edition, it doesn't tell me what month it's from. When is this from? Is was in the chat? I can't remember. Anyway, it's the Tetris special one, and I've just got a page which is all about the different versions of Tetris. So tell me a system that you play Tetris on, and I'll tell you what their verdict is of that system. And I must say, I'm very disappointed that one system is missing from here, and that's the Philips CDI, because for all the rubbish that the Philips CDI gets thrown at it and all the awfulness of it, it does actually have a really good game of Tetris on it. But that's not here. Oh yeah, we can have a look at that if you like, Reese. I'll get that in a second. So Game Boy, says Steve. Okay, Nintendo's Game Boy version is the most iconic of them all, delivering a pure green screen of Tetris that showed the next available piece. Kept score and leveled up when you got to 10 lines. That's what it says about the Game Boy. Alan Hamilton says, happy birthday from all of us at Fusion. Thank you very much, Alan. Fusion, of course, is a wonderful magazine that you should all be aware of. Go and check out Fusion Retro Magazine. I write articles for it, and it's lovely to fulfill that dream that we all had as kids when we were reading magazines, to actually write for a magazine. So it's lovely. Thank you, Fusion Retro. Oxo Good, £5. Didn't you just do that, Oxo Good? Thank you very much for another £5. And Kevin Lee, treat yourself to a hooch. Oh, lemon hooch. Those were dangerous, weren't they? Lemon hooch with a Mad Dog 2020 chaser. Okay, someone pick another. Foofly says Mega Drive. Nintendo became synonymous with Tetris because Sega's efforts were trashed. But it's worth seeking out. There are 2 rotate buttons and a double mode where players share the same pieces well. Oh, okay, so the Mega Drive has a version where it's 2-player but 1 well, and you're both playing in the same well. Atari ST. Spectrum Holobyte produced this fantastic version of Tetris for the Atari ST. It had some stunning backdrops depicting Russian cultural iconography, as well as some classic Eastern European tunes. That sounds very much like the CDI version, actually. Amstrad CPC played to a backdrop of a god-awful tune. Tetris on the CPC also had eye-searing graphics, a mind-boggling striped background, and frustrating controls. Not one of the finest ports, if we're honest. By Jorg. Atari 7800. I don't know. That's not here, I'm afraid. Not on the list. The Amiga version. The keyboard controls could have been better, but the game avoided the horrid garishness of the Mirrorsoft version, and so it felt much more like a pure version of the much-loved Puzzler. Actually, the Amiga, Atari ST, Apple II and DOS all fell under the Spectrum Holobyte publishing house, so they're all kind of similar. Game Gear? Was there a Game Gear? Game Gear's not on the list, I'm afraid. I'm not saying it didn't exist, it's just not in this page of the magazine. ZX Spectrum, depending on which version you went for, 48K or 128K, you'd have different title music and either sound effects or a tune while you were playing. As you got to grips with this surprisingly smooth running rendition. So it sounds like the Spectrum version is better than the Amstrad CPC. No review on the PDP-11, sorry Jake. Links, no. I'll just go through what we haven't got. Commodore 64, set against a black and white backdrop, the coloured basics looking blocks of this version of Tetris really stood out. It's certainly graphically unique, almost a haunting version of the game. On the NES, this 10-gen version is often considered to be the best thanks to its presentation. Coloured blocks become the same colour as they land, and options including a cooperative versus or versus mode against AI is also available. That sounds good. So it sounds like the NES is the definitive version. And we'll finish with the MSX version. With beautiful presentation and the existence of 3 lives, as with the NES version, Tetris on the MSX was detailed yet slow. Pressing up to rotate was confusing though. Yeah, that would be confusing. Okay, we will just finish off with that ST Amiga format sexy issue that Reese wants. Let me grab that. Palm Pilot. Okay, so this is ST Amiga format, issue 12, June 1989. £2.95. The seductive side of 16-bit. Let's see what it's all about. Oh, good lord. There are things I cannot show you on YouTube. Is there a cover feature? No, so I'm guessing it is that sexiness. Page 61. Gosh. Silicon stimulation. Are you sure you want me to read this? Should sex games be branded over 18? What about explicit animated demos? Do they break the Video Recordings Act? Format investigates everything from sexy advertising to underground hardware. It's actually a good point, isn't it? At what point did computer graphics reach a point where they would break the Video Games Recording Act? Gosh, there is no pixelating here. I've just got a page full of breasts. Just give me a moment, lads. Talking about poker, talking about mucky marketing. So things like, do you remember the Game Over poster and the Barbarian 2 poster? Breasts and bodies can be used as a selling image in advertising for non-sexy games too. Maria Whittaker's mammaries caused a bit of a storm in a D-Cup when they appeared in ads, inlay artwork and posters for Palace's Barbarian. No one saw fit to complain about the scantily clad hunk, though, who partnered Maria. And should the cost of hiring a set of personality breasts for a photo shoot prove beyond the marketing budget? Or if the truly... I'm going to skip that line. There's always the option of getting an airbrush artist out of the cupboard. Ever since man first doodled on the wall of his cave, artists have been exaggerating the proportions of the female form in the joint names of art and titillation. From Game Over 1 and 2 to Defender of the Crown, creators of magazine advertising copy have taken the breast, switched on the airbrush compressor and inflated it to beyond anatomical limitations of the real world. Sadly, that's what sells games. Excuse me. I remember there was a period that Amiga format went through, just putting scantily clad women on the cover. It didn't last long, but it never really sat right because it was like, you know, put a sexy computer on the cover, please. David Corbett says, nude pics on the computer? That will never catch on. Yeah, Barbarian was a decent game. And to be fair, you know, overly sexualized advertising and all of that, exploitative advertising, yes, a problem. But in that example, Barbarian, you did have the scantily clad barbarian next to the scantily clad woman. So, you know, it kind of evened out in that situation, I think. Dirty Discs and the Law. The man who could be described as the founding father of pornography, the author of the work colloquially known as Fanny Hill, was hauled up in front of the authorities and asked to justify his actions in writing what was the first book to describe sex acts in great detail. Poverty, it transpired, had been his motivation. So after an admonishment, the Beaks let him off and granted him a pension from public funds to ensure that he never wrote a sequel. Wow, they paid off the first pornographer to never write pornography again. So yeah, there's not a great deal of this article I can really read out. Talks about the leather goddesses of Phobos. That was a text adventure game. And then it talks about, you know, those public domain discs that you could get with short animations on. Ralph, you've arrived just in time for the end, mate. The Format Gold Award goes to Cinemaware's Lords of the Rising Sun, with that great Cinemaware presentation. And we've got a Mega ST in here. So if we wanted to buy a Mega ST new, which is what we just unboxed on the table over there, there's a 2 meg and a 4 meg version. The Mega ST computers are styled as a lightweight keyboard with a separate CPU connected by a coiled telephone-style cable. There are 2 versions of the Mega ST, one with 2 megabytes of RAM and the other with 4 megabytes. Each version has a 1 megabyte double-sided disk drive built into the CPU unit. The Mega ST did come with a modulator built in. The Mega STs do not come with a modulator built in and therefore must be used with a monitor. With every Mega ST purchased, we will add the Professional Pack software, worth £384.83, detailed above, with the Silica ST starter kit worth over £200, for both free of charge. Return the coupon for further details. The 2 megabyte ST will cost you £899, £998 with a mono monitor, £1,198 with a colour monitor. The 4 meg ST will cost you £1,199, £1,298 with a monitor, £1,409. So top of the range, you're looking at £1,500. And then in comparison, the 520 STFM is going to cost you £399. So top of the range, you're paying over £1,000 more. I don't know, maybe Reese can tell us. If you got a 520 STFM, could you upgrade that and kit that out to do the same as the Mega ST? Or was it not possible to take it up to that level? I'm assuming it has the same CPU. It doesn't make any mention of a faster CPU in the Mega ST. There you go. Russell says you could sell it and buy an Amiga. I mean, I guess you could. And then immediately below the Mega ST, you've got the PageStream desktop publishing package advertised for £149. So clearly, you know, it's geared at the desktop publishing market, isn't it? With that lovely high-resolution monitor. STFM was difficult to upgrade the memory on, says Dave. And then they've got a whole article here on the Atari ST versus the Apple Mac in terms of desktop publishing. So it really was aiming at that, taking on that Mac market, wasn't it? The Mega ST had a blitter. There you go. It was more like an Amiga then, wasn't it? Am I going to do an Atari ST series soon? Well, I think we've got to cover that Mega ST, haven't we? We've got to do that justice. I've also got an Atari ST, I think it's an FM. It's very yellow. Now, a lot of these things, I do like to retro-bright. I do like to try and bring things like the Atari ST, which are not in short supply. I don't mind retro-brighting the Atari ST to try and get it looking like new. But the problem is we're coming into winter time now. And it's so much easier to retro-bright with the sun than using UV lights and things like that. It's so much easier. So I've also got an Amiga 1000 that's waiting to be worked on that is really yellow. Yeah. Oh, you Amiga lovers make me sick, says Bobus. Now, the next thing I want to work on is the MSX. So the Yamaha MSX with the musical keyboard. Really looking forward to playing with that. So there we go. That's our live stream. Thank you, as always, to everyone for your wonderful support, especially the official Cave Dwellers. I will just take you over to patreon.com to show you where we are with that. RMC Retro. Is that going to work? Is that going to work? It's going to work. So, if you enjoy what I do and you want to support the channel from as little as £2.50 a month, you get every video that I make a week in advance and every video with no advertising, as well as some bonus content. From £2.50, I think that's fair value for money. If you want to support what I do, we've got 7. Oh, that's dropped because it's the end of the month. Sometimes I get a little drop at the end of the month. 796 patrons. My goal is to get to 1,000 patrons. If you want to help me to get there, patreon.com/RMC Retro. I would really love your support, especially with what you're going to find out next week, or the patrons will find out next week and the public the week after, in terms of this cave being in a slight position of jeopardy at the moment, and we need to find our way out of it. So, oh, it's a tiny picture, isn't it? Hang on, I didn't change the scene, did I? Here we go. There you go. Patreon.com/RMC Retro. If you want to sign up and give me some support, that would be wonderful. 796 patrons. The goal is 1,000. There you go. So, yeah, I would love your support. Thank you. I won't bang on about it, but it's there if you want to help out. I don't really shout about it, and it's amazing that we've got to that many patrons, you know, just quietly working away, putting the videos out, and you guys just go, yeah, I want to support you and I want to help you. So thank you very much for your support. Thank you to everyone who's turned out for the chat today. Thank you to everyone who sent in a video. Any ideas for next month's subject? Because last month we chose puzzles on stream, didn't we? So let's pick a subject now, and then that gives you all a head start in what you want to do next. So throw out some suggestions in the chat, please. We've done open world, we've done puzzles, we've done flight. Chris, I haven't enabled the yearly option. I haven't decided whether I should do that. RPGs, it's decided. Mark, well done. RPGs, software packages. That's a bit open-ended, Jake. But we should come on to it. Actually, Jake, there's a good point. We should come on to like productivity software at some point, shouldn't we? Let's come back to me. There we go. Racing, all of those things. But it's RPGs next month. So if you're an official Cave Dweller, you have to be a patron to enter. I will put the post up on Patreon in a couple of weeks' time. But start making your videos, by all means. A strict 90-second limit on your favourite RPG and any personal stories or memories that you want to attach. Behave, Pillock, I see you. We're talking about role-playing games and not rocket-propelled grenades. But, you know, I'm open-minded, think outside the box and all that stuff. Thank you, Pink. That's the way to present it, definitely. Right, I'm just waffling now, so I'm gonna end the stream. And thank you, everyone, so much for hanging out. I'm gonna take a day off tomorrow. I'm gonna enjoy my birthday. I'm gonna spend your donations on a nice few beers, and I'm gonna relax. And I'll see you all on Discord or next week. Where's the button to end the stream? Where's the button to end the stream? Here we go. Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.